What's up, guys? Welcome back to this is the Power to the People scenario from the High Voltage DLC, and we are on our next set of tasks now. So this is part 2, like I said. So this is what's the problem? Transport 225 passengers from Lausanne to Geneve via an electric rail. Make 11 different goods available in Lausanne at the same time. And reach 260,000 citizens in the region. So we need to start getting connected up to this city. We've only got 88 days left. Money's not great, but can we take out another bond? We can, so we can move that. So there's Lausanne, and there's Geneve. So that is our next task to do. Now, what we need to also think about doing, guys, is getting salt moved in here as well. And just want to have a look at whether or not I've put the right gridirons in at this station. I think, yeah, if we put the right gridirons in at this station, I can run salt in. I'm hoping to run it in pretty cheaply as well. Oh, look at the contours on that. Wow. So we're going to have to try and run it down the mountainside as cheaply as possible, guys. Not overly bad. And it only needs to be yay much. And we'll get a new train that runs from there directly to our warehouse. Two trains? Do you reckon 2 trains? 1 or 2? It's quite a way. We might just have to put a snaky second bit of track like that, just so it can sit on and wait. Yeah, I think we're good there. And that gets salt in the system as well. Brilliant. So that's going to keep them all growing. That's got fondue. So in this warehouse we can now put fondue. So that would have been the ideal place for whiskey, I'm sure it is. And that would have been fine for dresses. Because we do still want this region to grow. Right, so the next phase. The next phase is getting connected up here. So we'll put one on the wheat farm here because why not? To be fair, it helps us. It will help bridge the gap. Let's take out a bond. Let's get moving in this next bit of the scenario. Now, I think we disconnect from that side of the tracks. And we're just going to keep this contours on just for now. Wow, what happened there? Look at the price of it. Wow, that's eaten loads into that money already. So that is fabric. Fabric, nothing. Meat. Nothing. So that's probably going to be ideal for beer. So we're going to keep contours on again, guys. Oh, wow. They haven't made this easy at all, have they? So that's going to be our start up to there. And I think this time we'll kind of go with a more traditional way of moving goods in regards to, we'll make a warehouse here. So let's get this bonus moving first. Let's get a station, a train running there. Let's get our... Ooh, how much is it? 450,000. Let's get that. Yeah, let's get that bonus going. Then we could think about how we're going to make this area grow. It could be that actually we do use Argyle as a warehouse. We run sugar, we run wheat, and we run wood into it. And then we'll run mixed trains for now, running up through to Lausanne. It's a fair old distance for that train to travel for us to get that bonus. I'm just trying to think what commodities we've got, because we've got, again, veg, wheat, milk, and that. So that would be kind of ideal again for another warehouse, because they all sit nicely in the middle, and they could feed Lausanne and there, as well as the warehouse this end. Yeah, I think that's a cracking shout. Have we got any wood? Yes, we've got wood, so we could run wood through VC Vevey as well. That we should get that bonus now. The train has arrived. Beautiful. Okay, so let's think about this and let's get a warehouse there. And so we're going to think wheat and sugar to begin with. Could really have done with running through that warehouse, running through that train station. In fact, let's do that. Let's put a supply tower there. supply tower there. No way, we haven't got to mess about then. Apart from the fact that we can't get into it. Okay, right, maybe not then. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just have to deal with connecting it up. Let's go back to where we were. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. What's this train going to take back with it? Awesome. Cheesy. I swear, a whiskey would be. It's going to eat all of my money. It's going to eat all of my money, but that's the last commodity we've got looking like in that area now, so yeah, good. Good. So that's 2 trains. Right, yes, let's now continue. So we've got a wood warehouse there, wood chopping, logging area. So I'm hoping that this is going to kind of be flat as we go around the bay. we're now going to start making our way into having a bigger distribution, I think, this side. Just check our research. Not interested in steam. Oh, we can't get that until... Oh, we're not bothered about them. We're not bothered about them trains. Not bothered about that. Right, that's where we're up to. Now, do we store wood in here as well? Because why not? Okay, so we got a new train running from there to there. We've not got sugar and wheat moving. We should have, really. Okay, right. We are now rocking and rolling. Oh, right, we've got 22 days to get 500,000 bonus here. So, we need to get this connected. How much? Right, let's get a rail line that runs from there to there immediately. We've only got 20 days left. Let's hope it takes less than 20 days to do that journey. If we get that 500,000 bonus, guys, that is huge. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So let's keep moving forward now and get that connected properly. Okay, right. So now we need to start looking at getting goods into Lausanne. Any other bonuses? No, not at the minute. So I think we're going to do another warehouse here, guys. And we will leave the first two lines as we did last time. Right, so we need to find somewhere to get meat from, which is there, isn't it? Cows. But also we want to be putting a warehouse here. So how long are we doing for time? We've got another year. We've got another year, so that's quite a tough one. So what do we want? Milk, fruit and veg. Sugar. Sugar can come in as well. And sugar will run through this station here. Milk can also run in on the same line for now, but it will probably have to change a little bit later on. So it needs milk, it needs beer. So we've got beer there in Sion. Might as well feed it the extra goods. And then we might try and run let's delete that train. Let's start again with that. Right, And then do we try and sneakily run just a train from there to there, bringing goods? Huh, not taking anything, right, okay, brilliant. Because it does need beer. It needs pears. Yeah, but we are needing quite a bit here. Oh, don't tell me I've just bid on something. Let's bid on that. That's wood. Just purchase something anyway, sod it. Right. So for now, guys, we are going to run this in on this line. We can change that after. We've got more pressing issues to worry about at the minute. Much more pressing issues, I think, at the minute. We need to get no, let's just delete that train. I'm not worried about that. We need to get connected to Geneve, whatever the name of the city is, and we need to do that now. We've got a year to get these people moving. Before the scenario fails. So, that's that connected. keep an eye on these contours again. Looks like it's pretty flat this side, so that's good. Okay, and okay, right. Let's get a new line running from there to there, and it is express only. We need to get these people moving, guys. 225 people. I don't think this is an easy scenario by any means here, guys. But we are starting to see growth now, so that's great. We've got 7 out of the 11 goods available. So we need pears and we need cows. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run it into another line. Because the plan is then we can use that line to connect goods between the warehouse, Nyon and Geneve, or whatever it is. And then we'll run another line that goes from there to there. As well, just so that we can start getting goods moving, just start getting anything sort of moving. It's how getting these cities to grow. Well, the trains have started now, so that's all that matters really, is that they've started. We can now get people moving. We should see our first passengers arriving. Yep, we're up to 24. So do you know what? We're going to edit that train to be 2 now. Let's get more people moving, and then we'll focus now on building. Let's keep an eye on bonds. Right, here we go. Let's make some headway here now, guys. Couldn't get quite the 6 that I wanted there. But now it means we can get trains running from there to there. Let's do one with just cows. And one that takes just pears. Sugar's a little bit too far out. For now, we can run another track that does that. So we are growing now. We are growing down here. Everything but fruit and veg, realistically, and that's all the way up there. Again, everything but fruit and veg. But we should see fruit and veg coming onto that train. Ooh, Lausanne's growing now as well. We're up to 9 out of the 11 goods. Now that's got cloth. And that hasn't got anything. I don't know what to put. Could put a business there, guys. We put a new rail line that goes from there down to there as well. And realistically, we could put one that goes from there up to there. And then put wood in this warehouse. There we go. There's me thinking that maybe there's going to be more of a supply of goods needed. So we're up to 126. People moved on that line. Cheese would be great there. So let's put cheese factory there. Let's do this. And we can put... See, we really need to open this up to accept more, because it's going to be quite the busy station, I think, again. So we can, again, just do what we've done on the previous one. Let's just check our contours and run it in on that line there, because it's only going to be the one supply of goods. It's not exactly going to be overly busy and overly stretching us. But what we want to be doing is running this next train line that I've just made. Carry on up like that. So then that can take goods. And we want it to run 100% on that line.
Available in the Canton, all thanks to our efforts. The people are very pleased.
And it stays on that line then all the way. So let's put maintenance depot in there as well now. What was that then? So that was 11 different goods at Louisiana at the same time. Lausanne, sorry. At the same time. We didn't even try there, guys. That's kind of happened naturally. So we've now got a line that goes all the way . So we've got two lines that take them, and now we've got this one, which is a goods line. So we'll run goods all the way to Nyon now from this warehouse. We're just going to open this up a little bit here. To take more trains.
Lucky you. The blackmailer tried to turn their threat into reality, but was caught in time by your security personnel.
So what that's going to do now is obviously allow 4 trains to sit at that train station. We can get a new rail line then that goes from there. This is what I didn't want. I want it to use this line. Bugger. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put a supply tower there. Let's extend this just a little bit further, guys. I want that 6 grid iron, if I'm honest. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Don't start with me. Do not start with me. Do not start with me, game. Oh, it's starting again. It's bloody starting. Oh, hold on. Oh, I love having all the fun of making things right. So what had happened is I'd messed up that bit there. More than anything, messed up this bit coming into the city from this side. But hey, it doesn't matter. Ah! Still messed up. Right, better. Still want to put the 6 grid irons on this side, I think. Oh, actually, I don't need to now. Fixed it, haven't I? I fixed it, guys. Right, we are now fixed. We're fixed. Okay, so new rail line now that goes from there. Excuse me. Why are we doing that? Because we haven't put a gridiron. Oh, wow. Right, let's try again. Better. Better. Right, we're right now. Okay. But that is a hell of a way to go as well. So we're going to make that 2 trains. And now we can look at making that train viable to there, because I think that will work now. There we go, yeah. So we're up to 204. We've still got plenty of time to get to 2022. 1922, 2022. And then the 260,000 citizens, we're now growing in Aigle, and Vevey.
The cities have become quieter, and the air is a lot cleaner too. Not something I planned for, but nice to see nonetheless. And definitely something I'll make sure to point out to the old men at the Fed rails. As much as I have nostalgic feelings for steam locomotives,
I don't understand why that would be taking even more wheat to there when it's got wheat already. Right, so that is, yeah, that's fulfilled now. So let's get rid of that train. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Research, reduce track costs. Yeah. Good. We're starting to see some good stuff happening now. I think we're up to 2.5 million in cash as well, so we're not short on the old cash. Let's edit that to 4 trains now. We need to think about something that could go here, because we've already got, what have we got? We've got meat. So let's put, oh hold on, we've got beer somewhere, haven't we? Where have we got beer? We've got beer there. So let's put cloth here, because we've got access to that, even though it's probably going to be a disgusting track. That in to that line there. I know we've got cloth on the other side, but Realistically, are we going to get that moving? Probably not. This is more of a realistic station. Okay. So now we need to figure out wheat. So hold on, we've got wheat, wood, sugar here. So again, let's put another warehouse here. Let's do this. And let's have it connected. So it's got 2 lines going. Like that. So that will bring sugar in. Let's finish this line all the way down now. Let's do this. Let's spend the money. Let's get this connected. It's a good line. No bother. Right, so what that does now is allow more trains to run between them. And we could always run it straight up to Lausanne as well. So Lausanne's got extra goods as well, because it doesn't hurt. And then we will then connect that station and that station as cheaply as possible if we can. Do it into that line so that we're not congesting up the other lines. Good stuff. Right. And then what we'll do as well so that we can run. Another train that goes just from directly there to there, like that. Because that's obviously got wheat. So, okay, I think we are now starting to see some real progress. Let's look at what we can do in each city here now. So we've got goods there. I'm not really too fussed about that. What could we put here that's going to help everywhere else grow? To be fair, if we've got cheese there, we could put a fondue factory there. We're not running a lot through these lines here. We're running enough trains. So fondue will help Lausanne grow. Now we could put something like dresses there. And we now edit that to be express between them. Just see what lines that's taking. Yeah. And then we'll make a new rail line. Between them. Run goods. So we've got an express line and a goods line. Good stuff, guys. I think we are now in a much better position. Okay, so let's go with Immigration Office. Can't have an Immigration Office there yet. We can have one here. Okay. I think we now change this second track here to run in the same track as the goods lines in, because they're just coming in and dropping, aren't they? So they're not really an issue. But what will become an issue is the volume of traffic that will come in. Better, right? Okay, better. See, for me, these two cities down here at the bottom aren't major players. So I'm not too entirely fussed about whether or not they grow huge or not. They're just, yeah, they're just what they are. Okay, so let's finish this. And that just allows more trains to run through without gridlocking it, which is what we want, of course. Okay, brilliant, right. Now we are in the position where we can take more bonds, so when we necessarily need to, because currently now it's just about growth again, and if you look, every city is growing, so we're not doing too bad. Realistically, we need to change this from cloth, because there's no actual need for cloth. And I think, to be fair, we should probably put a warehouse here with pears in it. Don't use many warehouses on this one in the area, but it does seem like a feasible thing to work with. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is going, guys. Put a fourth train on that. That's quite a busy line now. This just between these 3 cities. So yeah, it's working really well. Lausanne is growing nicely. And in fact, do you know what we probably do need? Another train with meat on it. Oh, which one's the meat one? With cows on it, guys. Yeah, I think that's going to be needed. Definitely. Definitely needed. Right, so we get rid of one of them. Get rid of that second train. There's no point if they're not, if they are waiting for goods. There's literally no point. So we are pretty much at the position where we are just waiting for towns to grow. Let's get. We've got an immigration office there. We can get one in a second or two once it reaches the 30k mark, and that's just going to help with an extra like percentage of growth. It knows I'm waiting to put this immigration office in. Oh look, we didn't quite finish the lines here. I don't know how many trains we've actually got running between. Sorry, let's up it to 4. Everything's growing fantastically, so really can't complain here. Any other cities that are involved? No, so we've got all 5 cities in, and all 5 cities are growing. Might be waiting on goods for some places, but I'm not really worried about that so much. Any other commodities that we haven't got connected yet? Salt. So we could put salt there. Hmm. Oh, salt is just absolutely disgusting. Right on a bloody hill. I mean, to be fair, we only need to get it that distance. Oh, wow. $600,000 for that small distance. That's it. 44k. That's all we need. And we'll put a cheeky warehouse here as well. Just because I don't fancy trying to run salt in elsewhere. There we go. So we've got salt up there now. And that will run between the cities too. What else can Lausanne have to grow? Whiskey. Whiskey would be a good one. Wooden pallets. Cured meat. So we are waiting literally for cities to grow for us to be able to put more goods, really. So pallets would be a good one, or wood, whatever you want to call it. We've only got 20,000 citizens to go at this stage, guys. There really is plenty of goods being moved around here. I just can't be happy with the way this is going here. We just need literally to wait for this to grow. That's nearly at 40. That's not far from 40 either. So once they start growing, we can look at what commodities. I think like wooden pallets would be here because it's right next to wood. And what else did we say would be a great commodity to get it growing? Whiskey, salt and pears. Is there sugar and pears? Yeah, so we could link up the pears to supply that. Absolutely no bother. So we've got our whiskey. We're going to have whiskey here. We're going to have wooden pallets there. I don't think we've got enough trains running between there. Let's up that to 6. How's our first cities doing, by the way? Sion is now rather good. Brig, that hasn't grown at all. I didn't think it was going to. And that's not done too bad either. How's this warehouse looking? Still not loads of goods going through it.
we call the French part of Switzerland, keeps growing and growing. From the east to the west, we have laid our tracks. Through mountains and valleys, connected the cities and the countryside. However, some of the biggest challenges still lie before us. Next, we have to expand to the east. But watch out! There's a little problem. It's noisy and it smells. I'm talking about the already established railway company. They will not be happy about us intruding into their turf. Let's get our hands on the local industry, and then we'll show those steam monkeys what we're capable of.
Okay, guys, so let's just pause time for a moment. That is actually the second part of this scenario finished. We're just going to check research. Yeah, so we've now got a really strong growth in this area. We need to look at what our next load of goods are going to be, what our next load of tasks are going to be. Shocking developments to transport 275 passengers from Lausanne to Fribourg. So where's that? Are we heading down here? So we've got Thrones, we've got Mercery, Passy. Okay. So hold on, here we go. Here we go. So we're going to be moving into this region next here. Own a total of 12 industries and businesses. So we've got 7 out of 12. Construct a library in Neuchatel and buy 25% of his stock. So, right, we need to get a lot. Oh, brilliant, yeah. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be our next area. So let's purchase that and get that out of the way. We then need to look at Lausanne. I think, in all honesty, we then start with a new train station in Lausanne, and so we don't overclog these lines. It is going to mean going like underneath or over this line that we've already created. But it will work. It will work. If we put a second train station in, we can then connect that and go north and work on that instead of trying to feed everything in to the same train lines. So I'm just trying to see what sort of commodities we've got before we end this video. So we've got beer, we've got meat, and we've got beer. And is there only 3 cities up there? We've got that one as well, which has got dresses. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a job to try and get everything connected, but we've still got, you know, we could put another warehouse here if absolutely necessary, connect the milk to that, and then send that on its way over to this city here, that city there. So there is options, guys. We've got veg there as well. And veg would actually probably work very well moving into one of these cities just to help grow that as well. So, guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Join me in the next part where we will move further on this scenario. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.